Hey, have you ever had that feeling where the year just seems to be happening to you, where you're just along for the ride? Well, today we're going to dig into a framework that's all about flipping that script, moving you from just reacting to life to actually intentionally creating it. Let's get into it.
So, the idea we're exploring today doesn't mess around. It gets right to the point with a call to action that's built around one really simple but kind of profound question.
Seriously, just take a second and think about that. It's a feeling we can all relate to, right? Getting swept along by whatever's happening. But the core idea we're looking at is that you don't have to be a passenger. There's a powerful alternative.
And this right here really captures the whole promise. It's all about shifting your mindset from being that passenger to being the pilot, with your hands firmly on the controls. The goal isn't just some temporary mood boost. It's about moving differently, guided by three key things: clarity on where you're going, discipline in what you do, and intention behind every single choice.
Okay, so what's the vehicle for this kind of change? Well, the source material presents a specific concept for this, and it's called boots on the ground. So let's break down what that actually means.
See, this isn't defined as your typical workshop. The language here is super intentional. Reset, realign, and reestablish. A reset is like hitting a refresh button. To realign, that's getting your inner compass pointing true north again. And to reestablish, that means building a whole new foundation, personally and spiritually. We're talking a complete overhaul. Okay, this is the engine behind the whole framework. It's not about passively sitting around listening to someone talk. The whole experience is built on three active pillars. Movement is about breaking that inertia and just taking the first step. Ownership is about taking full responsibility for your results. And execution, well, that's all about seeing it through to the end. It's basically a formula for turning ideas into reality.
And the whole methodology we're talking about comes from a specific source, Kimberly Chanda, LLC. Knowing the origin helps put the whole framework into context, especially its emphasis on faith and personal development, which are really central to their approach. So this isn't just some abstract theory, it's a practice system.
So this visualizes the guiding forces that direct all that action. It's not just about raw effort. The movement, ownership, and execution we just talked about, they're guided by these three key elements. Faith provides the ultimate why, structure provides the practical how, and clarity provides the focused what. Together, they make sure your actions aren't just busy, but actually productive.
Okay, so we've got the philosophy down, but how does that translate into a real, tangible plan for your year? Let's look at the actual blueprint someone walks away with.
The focus here is on tangible things. This isn't just theory. People who go through this leave with a foundational strategy, principles that apply to pretty much any situation, and concrete goals. And notice that point about a powerful activation moment. This is designed to be a specific catalyst, a moment that pushes you past all the procrastination and right into action. And when you have that strategy and those tools, this is the internal result. The whole process is meant to build up these four states of being inside you: truth, clarity, stability, and focus. You can think of these as the mental and emotional foundation you need to actually execute your plan for the year. Of course, the big question with any framework like this is, does it actually work? Well, the source material provides a few testimonials from past attendees that give us a little glimpse into the results.
So this first example is really specific. We see the principles being applied to a huge professional goal, passing a challenging exam. The key word here for me is confidence. The takeaway isn't just about gaining knowledge. It's about building the inner strength to use that knowledge when you're under pressure.
Now we see a total shift in application, from a professional exam to personal health. This just highlights how versatile the framework is. The key insight here is that holistic approach, which connects the mind, body, and spirit. It's not just about hitting one goal, but about sparking a deeper, more integrated personal change.
This final testimonial brings us right back to that core pillar of faith we mentioned earlier. It really underscores that for a lot of attendees, this isn't just a personal development workshop. It's a spiritual experience that connects their daily actions to a higher purpose.
So the philosophy, the deliverables, the testimonials, they all build toward what the source material presents as its key promise, and it's a distinction it makes to really set its approach apart.
And this slide right here is the core distinction. The goal isn't just to leave people feeling inspired, because let's be honest, inspiration is temporary. The real goal is to leave them aligned and equipped. Aligned means your goals, your values, and your actions are all pointing in the same direction. And equipped means you have the practical strategy and the actual tools to get there.
So let's just end with this thought.
Forget about temporary motivation for a moment and ask yourself this: what would it truly look and feel like to be fully equipped to win your year? What tools would you need to have in your toolbox?